Hey guys, so I'm Yolanda Yankee, obviously, as you can tell, because this is my page. But I really just decided to pick up my phone. First thing to address, my skin looks terrible. I am PMSing. Yes, I'm expecting my period over the next couple of days, and so this usually happens on a monthly basis. It's just God. I'm trying to figure out what's best for my skin, and obviously, that's just one of the many difficult things that come with adulthood and adulting, and more so because some things are just expensive, and trying to find cheaper alternatives because really, just having decent looking skin does. I mean, I personally, I'm just insecure about all of this stuff, but not that any of that matters. The reason why we are here, the reason why we are doing this is because I think I was just really just triggered by a rejection email, a we regret to inform you email, really, and I figured I need to release, and just like, how best could I pour myself into something that makes me feel better, and I figured it is definitely talking about my feelings and the things that I'm going through. And I'm passionate about, archival work. I'm passionate about vlogging and really just, I think for me, it's really just about like disrupting also the kind of narratives, or playing a part rather in the disruption of the narratives that exist around South African people, South African Black young women in particular, who are unemployed as well, who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, right? And who are in disadvantaged backgrounds rather, and are really just trying to find their way through to a better life, and to just not living this hell that is of not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, or who's going to pay or how you're going to pay for your electricity bill, how you're going to contribute to groceries at home if you stay at home, how you're going to send money back home, or how you're going to contribute to a funeral that is happening at home, how you're just going to buy yourself clothes and build yourself some sort of dignity as this young adult person, right, who's trying their very best to survive. And how you're going to get transport to go to the next interview that you may get, as you're constantly looking for, some sort of employment at this point. You find yourself in like this catch 22, this difficult position, because on the one hand you have all these dreams and aspirations, on the other hand you have the reality of the fact that you also have to now start considering forsaking those passions, forsaking those dreams. And it's just like, yeah, there's a whole lot of different struggles that a lot of people, I could only imagine, and for me, some of these things that I'm just expressing right now do stem from like a personal point, a personal time, place in my life that I've been and currently and or currently find myself in, and that is being unemployed. But at the same time, I insist on the fact that I am self-employed, because I mean, there aren't many options also open to a person like me, a person who doesn't have a higher education degree, also, either from a college or a university. It's just I have neither of those, and it's not by choice. Trust me, I'm trying to fight to go back, to get back, and so many things seem to be against my efforts, and I think I just wanted to pick this up because I am like, I've been fighting back tears, even when I read this email, I probably just shed like two drops, and I told myself this. Oh, and then I was listening, like, no, you're not gonna unravel. It's okay. There were a number of reasons that kind of helped in me not really unraveling in the way that I normally would. And perhaps that's also just God speaking to me. That's just seeing the upside to this rejection, is that maybe, if this position wasn't for me, I have greater things waiting for me that are about to happen for me, that I'm also working towards, that I'm praying for, that God has intended for me and has planned for my life. Maybe that's just like something that I'm trying to tell myself, that I'm really holding on to, obviously in trying to navigate the heartbreak and the disappointment, but it's because there's just been so many of these disappointments and heartbreaks, so many rejections, of the rejections, and it's like, I don't know what more I can honestly do. I've beaten up myself about it. I've questioned about so many opportunities that I've missed, right? And it's like, I don't know. When will things actually just fall into place? When will I actually get some sense of security over my life, as I once did briefly? I think the last time I had some sort of security was being a student at Rhodes, because that was certain. I had a degree that I was working towards getting, and the only thing I needed to do was not fail. And that was like, not really a difficult to do, to just pass. And yeah, like, and then I lost that. Like, that was the only like, my entire schooling career actually has been the only stable thing I've had, and since that has come to a complete halt, I'm here trying to get work, I'm trying to pick myself up, and it's just, it's weird, because I look back from how far I come from, some of the experiences I've had over the years, and within a period of a year, it'll be bad, and there'll be some good, and there'll be some bad, and there'll be some good, and it's just, god damn, can I just not have a year of full financial security? Like, just, obviously there'll be things to navigate, bad things happen. I'm not, we don't wish for those things to happen, but they're there, that we need to deal with difficulties, perhaps challenges. But could I just have some sense of like security, and not having to like carry this burden and this anxiety, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. And then not even realizing, or not, or realizing, or dealing with the fact that, oh, I have a social media platform that also isn't safe enough to unravel, because you unravel and people will judge you. People don't even know some of the things we're fighting through and for, and why. It's just, people would much rather just take things from surface value and make complete judgments without even doing their research. So, I mean, that's another burden of having to navigate being unemployed, is constantly having to explain yourself, to people. It's just constantly having to explain yourself to people, particularly when you need even a toothbrush, or even electricity, or even money for school fees. You have to explain why you don't have money for school fees, and why you think they should help you. And so, I think this is probably going to be, because it's Youth Month. I just figured, in the spirit of Youth Month, come come rain or high waters, come data or no data, or no Wi-Fi or no Wi-Fi, I am at least going to dedicate 3. In fact, if I could, I'd probably dedicate like, goddamn, I'd probably dedicate like 5 videos a week for this month of June, which is Youth Month in South Africa, just to perhaps document really the plight of what an unemployed, and there's many versions of us. Hopefully this could be a campaign, maybe this could be a campaign of some sort, I don't know, and people just join in under the hashtag, and we drop in like check-in videos of how things are going, what we're doing, what we've managed to do today, under 15 minutes, because this is already under like just over 10 minutes long, raw. And because I don't know, I don't know, I just feel like there's lies going on. We're living in a system where, like, in times where propaganda is high, and mainstream media is even against the voiceless, people who are marginalized. You cannot rely on mainstream media. You cannot even rely on some of the information that's out there, some of the factual, so-called factual information that's out there. We're being told unemployment rate is at 35% or 34%. That is actually decreased in this last quarter, and like 400 jobs were recently created. When people have been getting retrenched for not being vaxxed, where people are getting more rejection emails than ever. I just don't understand. But is rising. Poverty is rising. Crime is rising. So definitely unemployment is also has risen above the reported 35% we're being told, or the 34 point something percent that we're being told. I'm definitely wanting to believe it's at 50%. 50% of the youth, indeed, of this country, are unemployed, and I so happen to be one of them. And unemployment looks different for people. For me, it's sitting in an apartment that I thought I would be able to pay off or continue to pay living in, as I've been trying to over these years, because really my options are quite limited. I don't have much of a home in Joburg to go to, and not even needing or wanting to explain myself. And for other people might know my journey, even with, for instance, why it would not work with living with my mom right now. And it's just, I am on a journey of independence. And that's just another frustrating thing, is that are people really going to be denied a basic access to affordable living? Like, people are going to be denied affordable housing. People are going to be denied education. People are denied clean water. We're denied a working, a functional, reliable healthcare system, access to public health, okay, just public health. We're being denied land. We're being denied jobs. Being denied resources to our ideas and our businesses, to the arts. There is just denied, so I don't know. Personally, this is not the life that I signed up for, and I think that's really what I'm. This is not the fucking life I signed up for. And so I'm hoping that with this campaign, with more of my videos, I could I want to spark a conversation, really, of like, I don't know, how young people can really connect more and collaborate more and just speak out more, and make ourselves more visible than just perhaps the Twitters, the tweets, and the memes and the Instagrams, because that's just another thing. Particular social medias are selling fake lifestyle. I'm so over that. I'm so over, like, consuming content that is not relatable, consuming content that's just like, right now, I don't even think you're reading the room, and right now we're just being fed a lot of privileged, it's the algorithm. What can we say? It's the algorithm. And so I am trying to contribute to changing and switching up the algorithm a little bit, and really starting something, a conversation. I have a phone, and so far as I can try hustle my ways to be connected and just post this, I believe that there could be some sort of solidarity we can find, because son, I don't even know, maybe an employer could come across this and might be interested in working with me, giving me a job, giving me a shot, I don't know, but look, I'm capable. Thousands of us are out here. We're capable. We just need people who believe in us. We need people who actually just don't want to hoard resources, tired of the gatekeeping, who want to make room for young, deserving, Black, African, women, and just youth in general, whatever your gender or sexuality. Just fucking give young people a chance. And give poor young people an opportunity, goddamn. So, yeah, it sucks, man. I guess this is to navigating unemployment. This is navigating daily rejections when we try, and when our prayers don't seem to get answered and just keep getting crushed right in our faces. And the thing is, even with the position, I mean, look, earlier on I was alluding to, about like, the job itself, and that there might be greater things in store. And sure, I actually, I guess that's the only thing I have to hold on to. But even just with the job position itself, right? It was an internship that was paying like less than 7K. It would be between 5 to 7K, depending on my qualifications and what the final decision would be. And obviously, I guess in this case, I'm not even good enough for a measly 5K. So it's just like, but I am the executive director of my own organization, and I'm not going to give up on that. Like, I'm really not going to give up on my dream. I don't want to give up on this. The only thing that I seem to have going for me right now, the only thing that's been started, and I'm refusing to see it die until I see it reach its full potential, and it hasn't. I don't believe it has yet. And yeah, I am just, guys, I don't know. Something's got to give, though. Something's got to give. I hope you guys have a better week. I hope you folks have a splendid, productive, positive week ahead. As much as it is difficult, I'm just gonna smoke a joint because, wow, I even got the weed on dead. Do you understand? Like, it's so difficult. Like, I'm fighting and battling addictions. Like, person in my circumstance shouldn't be smoking weed or getting weed on credit if I can't afford it, and it's like 20 rand a bag. But I need to smoke weed because it's the only thing that's keeping me calm. Nerves nerves. You check. God. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, follow, comment, definitely comment, like this video, and let's just get the conversation going.